Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships for first impressions with the Tier 8 Japanese battleship, the Kii, which is just essentially an Amagi class battleship with a few different tricks up her sleeves. And recently in Wargaming, I think at the beginning of this update, they made Kii available for coal, and we'll just look at that real quick because I don't, I think it's 135,000, but I'd hate to tell you wrong. Yeah, 135,000. Coal, so I just bought it outright without the coupon. So the things they boast about the ship is having a great damage per salvo, a high A defense efficiency. I think they said it can be on par with the American counterparts. Battleships, torpedo armament available, a low firing accuracy. She gets a 1.7 sigma, whereas Amagi gets a 1.8 sigma, so a little less accurate than Amagi. I'm guessing that's a trade-off. With the torpedoes, so they reference her being a high-speed class battleship, and then in terms of the extended list of the features, they say the ship has weak armor. She has worse torpedo armor, torpedo protection. I think Amagi was like 43-45% torpedo protection, and Kii is like 25%. Low-level protection against high explosive shells, reduced action time of damage control, party consumable. High damage per minute, great damage per salvo, low firing accuracy. Some potential better things you could do with secondary on Kii over Amagi. Torpedo armament available, high A defense, low maneuverability, high detectability. So I don't know if Kii's really for building into, what do I want to say? Secondaries, you can get up to 10-kilometer range. She has less 140mm guns. I think Amagi has 16 here, and Kii you have 8 by 140mm guns, being these guys down here. But you get 100mm guns turrets, which is what you see here in Kii, where Amagi gets 127s spread throughout the ship, which is kind of hard to see with this permanent camouflage. But one of the things when you're looking at, you see that torpedo side plate protection at the 32mm, and I stripped that away. It's a 254. Well, on Amagi, or sorry, Kii, you don't have that same torpedo protection. It's different, but it's a 292. So it's kind of like weird that they, with the Wilds Wiki, boast about the armor scheme of Kii, but also it disses it at the same time. Just because of that lack of torpedo protection. So I'm probably going to do a standard build. I have Yamamoto Isoroku on it, and this is quite a comfortable build. There's other tier 8 battleships I would prefer running for brawling in terms of building the secondaries, but it is a possibility. I think there's been even seen some old Jingles videos talking about the Kii. So normally you would see something like a 15-second action time on the DCP. In the Magi, still 10 seconds. Yeah, it would be 10, but it's because of the Commander 11. So I think normally you see 15 seconds on Tier 8 battleships. Let's just confirm that while I'm thinking about it. So in North Carolina, that'd be a 20-second action time. So maybe something a little lacking there. We're going to go with main armaments mod 1, not only for the main battery, but also because of the torpedoes. So they're back here. They're 610mm torpedoes. They are 10-kilometer range, 17,000 damage, and I think it's just, yeah, it's a rack of 2x3, so 6 torpedoes total. So it's more of an ace up your sleeve, per se. I think if you find yourself in a brawling situation, and I'm going to guess that the torpedoes are more for kiting, they probably have pretty poor firing, forward firing angles, I'm guessing. We'll reduce the fire chance. We're probably going to go for the aiming systems mod 1. Granted, I think we're 45. We have this actually worse turret traverse time than Amagi by like 3 seconds. But we had the enhanced grease the gears on Yamamoto Isoroku helping us out. Despite the worse Sigma 1.7 versus Amagi's 1.8, I think we're still going to go for aiming systems mod 1 to bring the dispersion down. So you see it 208 is what it says there on the bottom. We'll go with damage control system mod 2 just to put out the fires and floods faster. And then we'll go for concealment. So we have concealment already on Yamamoto Isoroku. Double check that, right? And it's still 15.6, so it's really rough. Guess we'll probably bring us down closer to 14. Yeah, 14 on the nose. Otherwise, we're going to be running spotting aircraft over fighter. We'll bump the hit points up further. So 71,000 to 650. So I think like compared to North Carolina, yeah, just a tiny bit better as an example. I was just curious about that. RAM, let's boost the heal up more. Take November Foxtrot, we'll get the heal off, cool down even faster. As well as the spotter plane. Our speed, 29.5, what, 31? Yeah. Let's see. And we'll put the floods and fires out faster. What is the AA? They kind of keep talking about it. 78. North Carolina, 84. What's a Moggy's then? 62. Okay, so you do have better AA. We'll just kind of... We'll add to that, or we could do secondaries. What's the secondary range now? 7.3. Yeah, sure, I'll just go with secondaries. Okay, I think that's going to do it for the overview. So you can kind of get a glimpse of just running things through on Kii and first impressions. As this is going to be another live commentary video, and this is apparently the week for first impressions, between Monday's Mets video, Tuesday's VIII, forgetting how to pronounce it now, and today Kii. So I will clip this out and fast forward once we drop into battle. All right, so not shocking, we're bottom tier. Still no CVs, no hybrids. We got 2 submarines, a Lightning, and some torpedo-based cruisers between the Irian having deep water torps with the torpedo reload booster and Shermanto as well. So I have to be mindful of that. Let's see. We've got Bungo and GK, Musashi, so 457, 460s. Yeah, I'm going to actually bump the game audio up. Good luck and fair seas. Let's see. Okay, actually the forward firing angles are not as bad as I thought they'd be. I thought it'd be something more like that. Let's see. Let's get the turrets off to the port side. What is our airstrike range? 10, so it matches the torps. Alright, so there's probably going to be a tier 10 sub over here, so I'm not really interested to push up. In my opinion, I would just classify Kii as a mid-range to long-range battleship, but perhaps even with the Sigma, worse compared to a Moggy probably highlights the mid-range in terms of accuracy. So it's 19.4. A guns 5.8. And of course we got our spotter. Feel like we're just going to end up trapping ourselves here. Part of it is I want to move closer if there's some ships on Bravo. Torps reload 90 seconds, so not terrible. 5 heals. Ah, he was broadside. I was worried about losing sight of him just as I popped it. Now, oh shoot, now I'm gonna get spotted. We don't want me to get spotted because Bungo will clap. I'm waiting to see what the Irian does, but I really have to be mindful of the Bungo. Or could be wondering about GK. So we're just going to kill the throttle, and I'm going to ask him to get back. Oh, I was loaded with high explosive. Oh my gosh. New ship. Derp. What is the fire chance of these shells? 30? Our submarine is going to go die. So we're already losing this flank so fast. missed what this... It's lightning. Okay. Shocker. Ricochet. Called it. We're already on the back foot on this flank. That's great. Alright, so we're gonna chill here maybe a tiny bit longer. Yeah, that's not tight dispersion. That's not the Amagi dispersion. Yeah, the Mets player is already like, yeah, this flank is screwed. Propel forward. What is he doing? It was funny watching that dev strike on the VIII. I'm already forgetting how to pronounce the name of that ship. It was Auckland that got dev struck. That was really funny. What's this? Is that lightning? The rear firing angles don't seem too bad. Yeah, we're already leaving gun range. Yeah, it's not even worth taking the shot. What is... There's not Shimanto. What was the cruiser back there? Torps gone. We're detected, so I don't really feel a need to DCP the fire, honestly. I'm just gonna move out of the range of the cruiser. I'm not gonna sit there and just eat spam, high explosive spam. Although I'm worried about the cruiser just like appearing, or submarine appearing and just clickety click click, pingity ping ping. Well, we've got map control in terms of the caps. That's good. So just kind of waiting for this push, honestly. And this is frustrating to play at tier 10 when I just get outranged by the other tier 10 battleships. Would definitely rather be in a bungo. I'm waiting to get screwed here. Okay, lightning's actually... Benson... There's 3 pins. There it is. See? It's like, the sub's got to be over here. I wouldn't be shocked if the sub's over here. Oh, this is good. Okay, we're beginning to pull some kills back. More would be preferable. Let's go ahead and heal. I have a feeling I'm going to need it. As soon as he's going to turn away. I want to help the Vermont. If I'm allowed to. It's a direct hit. Kind of like part of like when you're setting up for the kite is like letting the players get a little over ambitious and push into you, and then you get some kills and can push back. It doesn't always work that way, of course, but it's nice when it does. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can take some pressure off of him. We got the hit points, he doesn't. As the GK pushes up, I'll push into his broadside. Although we have to be... What are they doing over there? Jeez. We don't want to be too overly aggressive, because then if I start dealing with the GK secondaries, that won't be exciting. But he's got a 40-second heal, so I'm kind of relying on him being able to heal up and help me out with his 12 457s. I think we'll slow down, because if he keeps pushing up, We might be able to use the island to be dark while Vermont keeps him spotted. Edge. Yeah, I watched him torp the Vermont, and the way he did it is he had the torpedoes really close and then he pinged. So I was expecting him to do the same thing, so. Shocker, he did the same thing. The torpedoes might come in handy here. Let's move up a little more. Like, just do that. Need to angle a little better. Yeah, our team's suiciding. If the GK keeps moving forward, the Vermont will be able to slap him.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Yeah, there's like no targets for the enemy team to shoot. This is very punishing at high tier. What did I do? Lose my torp rack? We didn't fire from that side. I was playing to torp him. Derp. Absolutely abused now. Thought we had 7-3 secondaries. Thank you. Oh, come on. I was healing. I'm trying to get up over his front turret. Never mind. It wasn't meant to kill him. $2 million potential damage. The idea that sometimes one team can be stronger than the other team is incredibly complex for some people to understand. Although I'm trying to circle back around. And I'm showing a lot of juicy broadside. What is that from? And honestly, it's like, why bother? Benson, where you're spotting, and you're just all the way up here. Amazing.
Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes to port.
Bruh. I mean, the GK played it right. That's what exactly what he should have done in that scenario. We've tanked almost 3 million potential damage. Are we supposed to be proud of that? God, this is terrible to play at such high tier. Absolutely an abomination. Alright, let's see. I'll do one more for you guys. It's just like you get outranged so easily by the other battleships. Like if you're gonna be up tiered, then it's like if you had the 6 slot, which you don't because you're tier 8, then you have aiming, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a 6 slot that extends your main battery firing range. Okay, let's see how matchmaking treats us this time around. And then I'm gonna state a theory, a thought I already have before this matches. Part of the problem, I think, is because NA server population is going down. I think it's just more. I remember consistently having a lot of tier 8 to tier 9 or being top tier versus tier 6, but I think there's less players in the game, and I'm finding quite often. I mean, I'm not playing NA primetime right now, but more frequently being up tiered when I play tier 8. So tier 8 has actually, it's not as fun as it used to be because I just find myself being up tiered constantly. So I think that's the downside for something like Kii, something like Amagi. Yeah, I think that's the challenge the ship will probably face because, so if you're, I mean, I'd really be interested to see how it just performs at same tier or top tier. I think the ship would be a lot better. But the fact that your main battery fire range is 19.4 and then you go up against things like Montana, Vermont, Republique, you know, like, sucks for you. Oh, gosh. Sucks for you. But hey, you got better AA than Amagi, y'all. Y'all. So I feel like this ship ends up being very picky in what fights you take. It's just like, I don't know, it's like this ship existed, I think, before you had like the Schlieffen line and everything. So it's like, maybe it was like a good selling point back in the day, but it's like, well, there's a lot of other battleships at tier 8, tier 9, tier 10 that are better at torpedoing than Kii. So it's like, wouldn't you just rather play those? I don't want to use my spotter plane yet. I want to see what this Talon's gonna do. I guess we could have gone for Vermont as well. We should be about detected again. I think he's turning out in a way. I think we aimed it right. Maybe underlet a little bit. Rip. Libertad wants to brawl, but maybe a little bit early on that. Wow, I'm like teed in. We don't really want to push out because there's a sub over there, right? Not bad. It's funny how like you have a gear and it's like we're almost matched in hit points and he's just a tier 9 battle cruiser. Now I wish I was reloaded. And Des Moines gone. Now, okay, but we're going to lose Libertad as a result. It's like just watching Libertad players just like W in. It's like you can W in, but you have to do it wisely. Like, what would it look like to instead push it up on the island, right? So now all he really did was just trade a tier 10 cruiser for a tier 10 battleship. And like we haven't even dealt with this sub. So we're having a little fight here between the two of us. I'm interested to shoot Brandenburg if he reverses out far enough. Ah. And our teams, we're losing the flank. Our team's not fighting for it. We have to move because they're going to put pressure. It's like a wedge coming up the 1-2 line. So we need to disengage because see all these guys? They're all moving that way. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ships here at A. So if our team doesn't get C, it'll be like, what are you doing? And I DCP'd, so Essex is going to come back and be Cancer. Why would you DCP a Flood?
The ship is on fire.
You can just be set on fire. I think he's going to focus me. But you've got better AA, guys. It's really good. Way better than a Moggy. And nothing in range again. Is he tipped? Because he's actually doing a good job preventing me from like angling out to deal with the incoming fire. Bruh. Bruh. It's fucking torture.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
I'm gonna take you with me.
Below the waterline.
Oh my gosh. Guys. Guys.
Pain! So much pain!
The AA on the Kii is so impressive. Yes, I know it's a tier 10 CV. First impressions are very salty on the Kii, honestly. Because when you just get up tiered, like, why? And you have to like rely on your team. Like if your team disappears and just runs, and then they can just sit outside a gun range and trade you. Like, what is the gun range even on A-Gear? I mean, a tier 9 German battle cruiser has better range than me in Battleship and a Moggy class. So, yeah, guys. First impressions are that Kii sucks. In terms of playing at the higher tier, I think Kii probably is okay, average perhaps at tier 8 through being top tier. Will we ever know? Nope. I don't know if I want to keep playing Kii if this is the type of battles I'm going to get. I'm going to pop up next to you and torpedo you. And he's out of dive status, so he's just going to get surfaced and just obliterated. Talk about submarine players not managing their dive capacity.
Requesting support.
Let's watch the Cancer die, guys. Vermont's ready. Vermont's ready. Oh, no, he's not. Wait, why are you aiming so far away? Oh, is he going to get him with the stern torps? And then I'll wrap it up after this.
Our team is
Run, 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 little farmer Jimmy. Run, run, run. He's actually not doing too bad in the sense, well, he's too close to shotgun. He's trying to ram. Because that's not going to do, like, hardly anything. Ram! Looks like this battle could still go either way. Our team's doing good on the other flank. But, yeah, looks like it can go either way. Alright, we're just gonna, like, call it what it is, guys, so. The worst at tier 10. Like, even North Carolina, let's see. I mean, 23-3, right? Amagi, 19-9, and it was 19-4. Like, even that 0.5 was a difference. Yamahari, 22.8. Alabama, 24.5. Zeiton, 18. It's definitely a brawler. Monarch, 19.6. But your stealth's way better. Like, Kii leaves you out to dry with rocking 14. Monarch, you go for a full conceal. It's like 12.7. No, 11.5. Well, I'll mess around with the ship and see if I get any like same tier battles off screen, and then I can future. But otherwise, my first impressions is the 135,000 coal you spend is probably just another nice collection to have another ship in your port. Other than that, I can't say positive things about the ship right now. But it's an unfair opinion right now, since it's a first impressions opinion, because I think you're just going to be up tiered a lot at tier 8. Like, to get same tier 8 matchmaking seems rare these days, and just like to be top tier versus 6 and 7s would probably be even much better for Kii. But being top tier, I mean, like, why bother? Just go play a tier 9, go play a tier 10 battleship. So, well, that being said, if you liked this video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you subscribe, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. Until next time, take care.